Hello and welcome back to another stream. Today we're going to be playing more Satisfactory. Now, the last time I played Satisfactory was on Thursday. I wasn't planning on continuing the same world because I didn't think I was going to play the game quite so soon again. But I've decided to play it so soon again. So we're going to be continuing the same world because it would be completely pointless to start up a new world in such a short period of time. It would be an identical stream. But if we head into the gaming stream now, and if I load up the game, we had a problem with when we finished the last time. You see, our biomass generators ran out, and in general, we didn't really plan for them to continue for very long anyway. So they're totally, we're in a pickle here. Well, we've got no power, and I don't particularly want to power these up. I really hate biomass. But we've made it to phase 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go looking in the hub and see if we can unlock coal power. What do we need for that? 50. Ooh, that's a lot of reinforced plates. There's 24 here. 114 there. How much does that give us in total? Oh, where is it? 138. That's not enough. I don't want to dismantle any of what I've built. Actually, I do, actually. There was a build all the way over here that was completely pointless, and it's got like 5 constructors on it, so we're going to go dismantle that and get back some reinforced early plates. I'm early, yeah, yes, you are early, Hello, Billy, welcome. Also, this has made an abundance of these, so we really don't need these anymore. We'll delete all of them. We'll get back some plates. You can leave the rest here, probably. I don't think that matters. It was just the constructors we wanted. Does that bring us to 150? 146, that's not enough. And what about the rotors? There's 16 here. Let's see if we've got any more. We could go searching around the world to find any. Oopsie daisy. We've got enough. Do we have enough cables? Oh, that's a question. I better go turn on the cable production just in case we don't. But let's have a look. They would be in here, but there are none in here, which tells me it wasn't working. How did this go again? That connects. It's there. Oh, hang on. No. Where is the part where you constantly get spawn killed by radiation? Oh, that's a way away. That would be a way away. Do we have what about here? Any cables in here? No, I can put these in here then. Okay, let's Even if I do bid, I'd need rotors, I think, to build the power things. I'm gonna have to get more biomass. Let's what about the other milestone? Where is it? Obstacle clearing. Can I afford this? I can afford that. Let's build ourselves a chainsaw. We need more screws. Screws. Here we go. And we have to make some biomass to stick in it. Chainsaw. You only get to see that once. You can't repeat that animation. Okay, we're going to chop down a few trees, and hopefully that'll be enough to power all our machines, enough that we can get coal power and not use biomass again. But yeah, so I think, I don't know how often I'm going to play this game. I'm very hesitant to play it too much. I don't want to play it too much, because I did that last time. I don't want to do it again, because I played it too much. So, let's see. What we want to do is we want to find some dropped items on the ground. That's what we want to find. I know where some of these are. Let's go have a look. We also want to chop down a few trees, but depending on what I find on the ground, maybe I won't need to chop down too many. Now I have to remember there's a drop pod around here somewhere, but this is a bit of a hard to navigate area, so I don't remember quite where it is. It's not over there. It's a very nice map, the Satisfactory map, and I'm not even playing with the maximum graphics settings. It's even nicer than it looks. Except for the spiders that are pretty creepy. But I think what I'll do is to try and make this as interesting as possible. I'll take it very casually, so I won't. Once I get to coal power, I won't rush at all. We'll take it easy. And I think that'll be a nice way to go. As far as factory games go, I recommend this one. This one's the one of the easier ones. I got to be careful, even though I have the hostility of the animals turned off. I can't turn the hostility of gas off, so I still have to be wary of that. And as you go into more difficult parts of the map, they can definitely beat you, even though they're just rocks standing there. All right, I've definitely missed wherever the hard drive crash site was in this area, but we'll carry on and we'll find some more areas. There's a bunch of them. In fact, I think we might have missed a turning, but we haven't even unlocked the map yet. So I'm really doing this in the wrong sequence. Oh, I better pick up that coal, because I think this unlocks coal. No, that's wrong, never mind. I thought it unlocked coal, it doesn't. But I'll have to think of a strategy. Like I don't know what my chances are, but I do need to find people to play this with. I think that would be the some VTuber or something, someone who I jive well with, and then I'll play Satisfactory with them. With ideally like more than one person. Like the trio is like the best way to go. What do we get here? What do we find here? Okay, I'm not actually going to pick up a lot of stuff because I don't immediately need it. But I will delete stuff for rotors. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, so we're actually gonna... We'll come back to this place later, of course, but I really only want rotors and reinforced iron plates at the moment. So that's what I want to find. There was... Also, it's gonna be... Oh, I don't know, I'm really not doing things in the right order. Okay, I don't actually want to go down there. That leads to the swamp area, which even without enemies turned on is very dangerous. So I want to avoid that entirely. Because it's filled with gas and radiation. It looks like I can't go through there. Looks like this is going to be quite a bit of exploration in the beginning, which is quite alright. I was Billy, you know this. I was just talking to you about this earlier. Just before I started the stream, I was playing a Roblox game, the Realistic Boiling Water Reactor Simulator, which is a nuclear reactor simulator on Roblox. I've tried it a few times now. I've tried it 3 times now, and I haven't even been able to turn on the reactor. I keep screwing it up, and I don't understand what I'm doing. But I'm gonna keep trying it because I've got a hunch. I've got a hunch that if I can get good enough at the game, then it'll be sort of... I don't know what the way to describe it is. Is that something over there? It'll be it'll be a sort of a relaxing sort of game because it's got nice it's got nice sound effects that play in the background. Also, we don't want to go too far from the starting zones, because it is, this is an area where you could die. Because the starting zones are where the crashed hard drives have the most of the things we need. Whereas the more distant ones, they don't. They have more end game items, which we don't really need at the moment. So I'm going to have to try to navigate through here to get to one of the other starting locations. No, I'm not even going to pick up the Mercer Spheres. We'll do a proper hunt for that once we get the, what's it called? The glider, I think it's called. Also, I'm taking far too much damage here. I better stop picking up these things here. Can I even eat this? I can. Okay, you've got to research these things as well, and I was worried that if you didn't research it first, you wouldn't be able to eat it. Which makes sense, because how do you know it's safe to eat? But I'll pick up some of those as I run out of health quite often. But yeah, that nuclear reactor simulator, it looks neat. It's like I don't know. Obviously I don't know anything about nuclear reactors, so I have no idea how accurate it is to real life. But it really looks neat. You just sort of push buttons and I hope it's not too AFK. Oh, that looks like radiation. Deuterium, not uranium. There's another ore node that looks very similar to that, but that's uranium. And it's radioactive. But the but yeah, like it's a lot of pushing buttons, and I hope it's like a good balance. Oh, is this one's I can't access? I think this is further away. Any no, nothing in there. Nothing in there. That one, it must be up there, I think, or somewhere. I don't see the drop pod. I suspect it's in the tree. We can't reach it. Alright, which way are we going? That's north. Do we want to go east? I think we came from the east, didn't we? Oh, I'm lost. Because you got to commit to the bit, right? Maybe. I'm not sure myself. I'm not sure myself. I like how you press all these buttons and it makes nice sounds. There's like a printer and a phone that rings and alarms that go off and I think if you could get good at that game to where you can just sort of press buttons and adjust dials and stuff like that, and just do that for like 4 hours, that would be, I think that would be really nice to watch. And if you could be good enough that you can do that while chatting, I think that would be really great. I think that would be super fun to watch. I'm beginning to wonder if this attempt here to find drop pods to avoid having to I don't want to think too much. To avoid having to build any infrastructure is kind of a dumb way of playing. I think it may have been quicker to actually just build a factory. we're avoiding building the factory because I don't want to make any biomass. Actually, we're not going to take any more damage in this area. I don't want to have to fill up my biomass generators, so I'm going around the map looking for rotors and reinforced iron plates. No, move my screen. There we go. Here we go. We found another one. What will we get in this one? We got 2 rotors. More rotors. Anything on the ground? Did we need lots of screws? I think we did. There was something else we needed. It was, I don't know. Maybe I should delete these things to get the regular plates and rods anyway. We don't need any of this stuff. Not immediately, anyway. Not immediately. We'll come back for these another time. And the reason I'm not picking them up is because I don't want to fill my inventory. But I also think the nuclear reactor simulator, I think it would also be neat because it's like the opposite of what you expect some ancient Greek person to have. Like, I could have it and then I could be playing it and then talking about some ancient Greek stuff. while managing my nuclear reactor. Like, I think that'd be hilarious. I think that'd be hilarious. Playing factory games is a bit like that as well, you know, sort of we're in the sci-fi world, we're building a factory. Like, I'd like to play Space Engineers also, but that game's... I need to figure out a way to make that game entertaining. Every now and then I go to the Twitch category for Space Engineers, and I sort of watch another streamer and see, is it interesting? And it never is. It never is. It's always the most boring thing imaginable. It's an extremely slow game, and I don't think it needs to be slow. I think it's bad game design that it's slow. Alright, what do we find over here? More stuff. More stuff that we don't need. A rotor? We got some rotors. Can we get up here? This is difficult to get up. No, come on. I want to get up here. Okay, we can build foundations up here. Not like that. Like that. We can't get that one, but is there anything else up here? More rotors. We'll take it. No plates. No plates. Oh well. Let's keep exploring. Oh, we did need lots of cables, I remember now. That was the thing we need lots of, cables. Oh, I think there might be... Oops. Oh, I missed the jump. Apparently there used to be a drowning mechanic in this game, but they removed it because it wasn't very popular. I don't blame them. I'm never a fan of such mechanics in games. I wish the terrain here is very interesting, but I wish it was more flat in general, because then I would have more of an excuse to use the vehicles in this game. You can build like a dune buggy type thing. But because the terrain in general is so crazy, there's very little reason to do so. You can't use it in many places. Now, I thought there was another drop pod somewhere around here. Somewhere around here. Well, there's lots actually, but some of them are easier to access than others. I think we're gonna be. I haven't found a single reinforced iron plate, and we need a few of those. There we go. We found another one. Let's see what we get. I'll take some screws. Here we go. 36 reinforced iron plates. Oh, I suppose I'll take it. What do we get in here? Well, we'll get a hard drive in here. Then we can delete this and get a few more reinforced iron plates. Oh, there's some more over here. 47 of them. I wonder if that'll tie us over. Although we're still really short on cables. We haven't really found many of those. So let's keep on wandering. Let's wander in this area and see what we find. I don't know the locations of the drop pods in this area too well. I also can't remember the the elevation either, whether we'll need to do lots of climbing. I have a tendency to only really come in this direction much later in the game when I've got a jetpack. And once you get a jetpack, you really don't pay much attention to the ground at all. Oops, so we're going for a field of gas things. Let's not take too much damage. There was also that other game I played yesterday. No, the day before it was. I was playing that zombies game, and I made a joke that it was on Call of Duty, and while it is based off Call of Duty, it's a total rip-off of the Call of Duty zombies. It wasn't technically on Call of Duty. I get the vibe that the joke wasn't well received. I think people would have expected actual Call of Duty, and I didn't give them that. Alright, is this one going to be free? No, you need power for that one. What do we get here? More reinforced iron plates. What do you need to make rotors? I forget. I can't even remember. I haven't built any in this playthrough. But I think if I do play that one again, and I won't play it too much, but I think if I do, I will not make the joke. I think it was poorly received. Now here's the part where I would just simply jump off the cliff and sail down with a glider, but I haven't built the glider yet. So I have to find an actual way of going down. Now I could simply refill all my health and then jump off, and I would survive with one health point. I don't want to do that. Whoops, I've fallen off anyway. I didn't eat in time. Oh well, let's go get our stuff back. It's in this direction. This is not so bad that we've died. We can check a few more areas on the way there. Although we don't have anything to build any foundations with, so if we get stuck anywhere, we're in trouble. Fortunately, there's no real danger to dying. It's not I wonder, can we seize any? Nope. There's no real danger to dying in this game. Your death crate will last forever, and if you really want to, you can enable a setting that makes it so you keep your inventory off after death. So in effect, dying is just a respawn button, or not even that, just a teleportation button back to where your hub is, which a lot of people do utilize. Now I believe we've already checked the various drop pods that spawn around this area, so we won't find anything unique here. But we didn't delete the parts of them, I don't think. It definitely would have been quicker to have just built a factory, and I think once we're done exploring, I think we'll come back and we'll do exactly that. Another possibility would be to dismantle the factory I've built, and I would get back all my cables and all my reinforced iron plates and concrete and all that sort of stuff. And then I'd be able to build from scratch, but I don't really want to do that, because I'd have to build the exact same thing twice. I think I'm supposed to go down that way, actually. I think I've taken the wrong path here. It doesn't matter, they all connect around to the same place anyway. But is there anything? No, it looks like we deleted all the parts for this one. But let's carry on. We didn't go much further past this area, because we went into a cliff that's nearby here to get jumpy things. But we can go a bit further now, because we've got to go find where our death crate landed, and hopefully we can reach it, otherwise we're really in trouble. I think there's a drop pod over here, actually. Let me have a look. I think this is a little island area where, in the regular game mode, this is where some oil nodes spawn, but on the random ore nodes, it'll be just random. But are there any drop pods around here? I think there's at least one. Yeah, see, that would normally be oil, but it's iron today. Mhm. I don't see any. Well, there's the oil thing there is still there. That may be just a coincidence, though. Unless the those particular nodes have not been randomized. Ah, here we go. Here's one. Let's see what's in there. Well, we're certainly not struggling for rotors anymore. That's for sure. Ooh, this one's also a free one, which means we'll get some plates from it as well. Oh no, this one doesn't give us any of the reinforced plates. How mean. Though I think we did need some screws, so it's not all bad. And it looks like that's all that was useful from there, so we'll leave that there. I'll come back to that later, actually. I don't have enough inventory space to pick up all those unique items at the moment. But having deleted the drop pod, it will be hard to find those items again. And some of them were quite valuable, such as computers and packaged fuel, which will be handy early on. Is that bunkum? Sin? Oh, it's a sin emote. I see. Oh, I thought that was in the game for a moment there. There was a truck reversing. It's making a beeping sound. Unusually loud. Must be right outside my house. Perhaps they're coming to take me away. We really died far away from spawn. I'll take this route around the edge here, in case we run into more drop sites. And this definitely was slower than playing the game normally. But I think it's been fun, and speed is not really my intention here. Although I really would like to get some coal, so I would like to speed through this part actually. But I have not yet turned back on the biomass generators. We persist, and we'll see how far we get before having to turn them on. But we really haven't found enough cables, and we need 500 cables. So I think we're going to have no choice. Okay, it's got to be around here somewhere. I don't see it yet. It's got to be nearby. This is the cliff we fell off, I think. There it is. There's that stuff. Okay, we're back to normal now. What have we got on us? We've got 100 of these. We've got loads of reinforced iron plates. Only 41 rotors. I thought we picked up a lot more than that. I thought we'd have at least 100. I guess I was wrong. Well, we better start heading back now, I think. I think this strategy of trying to cheat the game and not actually play it properly has not paid off. So I think we'll chop down some trees, make ourselves some biomass, and play the game as God intended. I'm not likely to ever build over here, so I'm not too upset about destroying the trees in this area. We're really not getting very much wood from these. They're very tall trees, but they've got nothing in them. Let's just sort of carry on. What do we get from this? Ah, a little bit of mycelia. Not enough for me to care though. There's another type of plant that gives you silicon as well as mycelia, which is a bit more useful in the early game, because you need that to do a few unlocks. I'll take a few at least. Single. We're limited on fuel here as well. Also another thing I don't like about the biomass is that the chainsaw is extremely loud. And it doesn't have much of a variety of sound effects. So if you do this for a while, you drive yourself mad. I would like it a lot more if you could kill animals with the chainsaw, which you can't. Alright, that'll probably be enough. That will probably be enough for us to get coal power going. Let's head back. And we're going to have to go back the same way we came. Since I don't know the... there are other routes to get back, of course, but I don't know them too well. There's that truck again, and I assume you can't hear that, but... it's a very loud truck bibbing sound, or a reversing sound. We'll have to make lots of more exploring trips in the future. There are many things to pick up, and ideally, by the time you start really exploring, you want to have things like jetpacks and dimensional depots and all that sort of stuff. It makes exploring much easier. But I avoided picking up any of the various items lying on the ground here, because I thought I would fill up my inventory, and I almost did. I almost did. Especially in this early game, you really don't have much space available to you. Whoosh. I'm playing on the random ore nodes mode, which means I don't have any how do you say, the ore nodes are random. So there aren't many sort of key locations for which to find, you know, say 7 oil nodes in one place. Then no, that doesn't exist. And even more, so the various locations on the map aren't very useful. I'm going to actually go over here. I'm going to swim all the way over here, because there's one more crash site over here, and it's in a new beginner sort of zone. So I wonder if it'll give me anything good. It's right next to this pretty waterfall here. Okay, let's get up it. And see what we get. We got some rotors, some reinforced iron plates, some concrete screws, all very useful stuff. Even some cables, but still not enough. Let's delete the bits, just to get as much as we can. What's that? Regular iron plates. Well, those are always useful. Okie dokie. That'll probably be the last one we find, for now. Let's go back and build ourselves a factory. It bothers me that I can't slide jump here. The water is just slightly too shallow. Now, because we're building a factory, it means I can't immediately spend all of the reinforced iron plates I got on unlocks, because I'll need some to build the factory. And I'm not yet ready to build actually, no, I suppose I will have to build a reinforced iron build. I should get more... One thing that often slows me down early in the game is the need for concrete foundations. And you need lots of concrete for those. Those were some nice jumps there. I've considered playing this game without abusing the movement mechanics, and instead playing by, oh, we can delete that for stuff. We don't need it anymore. We're not going to need the space elevator for a while, and in the early game, the items used to make it are far more valuable. I'm going to also delete these to get as many cables back as I can. No more space elevator, it's true, it's all gone. Actually, you can mass delete. I'll end up building here again anyway, but for now I'll build it properly next time. I'll build it on foundations. And how many inventory spaces do these fill up? More than I have, so I will leave those boxes there for the time being. Let's get back to my hub and figure out what we need to do to play this game. And to get our meager factory running again. I better stop deleting stuff, I have no inventory space. Okay. So I think first, let's put some stuff in these boxes that we won't need for a little bit. Okie dokie. I will take biomass. There were some of those in there, I'll take those. Looks like that's all. Let's go turn all this into biomass and we'll stick it in our machines. Hopefully this won't take too long, but this will get our factory turned on again. What am I doing tomorrow? Tomorrow I'm going to be doing some Latin streaming, some Latin reading on stream, also around the same time. I wonder how it'll go. The last time I did Latin stream was a few weeks ago now, and it went really well. I hadn't read any Latin in a long time, so I thought I would have forgotten all of it. But I didn't. I did quite well, and I remembered a lot of the grammar and vocabulary. Looks like we got a little bit more biomass than biofuel than we really needed. I didn't need to make this much, and it'll take a long time to make this. Quite a long, actually. This is really slow. I'm going to get to 100 of this, maybe even less than that, and then I'm going to put some constructors up to automate this, because I'm not sitting here doing 600 of these by hand. Actually, I'd say that'll be enough. That'll be enough. Enough to get our thing working. So, let's see. Let's put 30 in that one. And 30 in that one. And let's turn it on and see if our power works. Where's the on button? How do we turn this back on? Looks like these are. It looks like it just turned them back automatically. Is there not something? There should be something that's red. Usually, you have to turn once your power cuts out. You have to flick the switch and turn it back on. But it looks like it's all just sort of come back to life on its own. So let's go get some things out of our box and reconnect some things that we temporarily disconnected. These were our cables, we can put those back on. We'll need lots of cables. There's nothing in here. What about these? Are these making any screws for us? That's making iron rods. That's making screws, but it's not currently connected. It looks like I switched this to make just double screws, so we'll fix that now. That's good. Looks like we haven't got any concrete on us. Let's see how much concrete we have available to us. And those are making plates, right? Good. We're making all the essentials. And that is working. Okay. We are making the essentials. But we need to make reinforced iron plates and rotors. But first I want to make a constructor for... Constructor? Anywhere? Constructor. Ooh. Boop. And we're going to use this to make biomass. We'll stick all of that in there, and that will go while we do other things. Okay. So, we need to find some iron. It's all iron for these two items. Using all those ones. There's one all the way over there. I think that's perhaps in the pit. There's more over here. I wonder if they're accessible, though. Let's go have a look. Now, with this ore scanner, it's not actually very accurate. It'll only give you a handful of nodes. Also, I've got to put away. I've put away all my things, all my portable miners. I put them all away. All right. Was it not around here? Where is the iron ore? Here. I walked straight past it. Here it is. There's one here. And one over here, I suppose. That'll be all we need. Inlet beam whack, that's perfectly fine. That's alright. Okay. Ooh, we're going to build those power nodes again that we deleted. We'll connect it up to the one here. That'll give us power, but let's go get those portable miners back. In fact, let's build a little slope here, so I don't have to... so it's not hard to get back up here. Is that an iron node as well? It is. We can use this one, in fact. That'll be a bit closer. Okay. Let's go pick up all our things. How are these doing? They've used about 5 at the moment. That was about a quarter. And how are these ones doing? These got about 100 in there at the moment. That's pretty good. In here. Nope. In here? In here. Okay. What do we need? We need iron rods. Iron rods. We should have loads of iron rods. In one of these boxes here. Yes, we do. I'll split these up eventually. I'll rebuild all of these, but much neater at some point. There should be enough to build all that we need to build. I can't remember the exact recipe for any of it, though. A lone power line. Another lone power line. Over here. Okay. Let's put this down here. And, oh, maybe we could even build it up. No, we'll build it down here. We'll build it down here. There's no reason not to. Go away, creature. Okay. 2 smelters coming out of here. And a splitter. Like that. And then from the splitter, we need to get a constructor, and we'll need a few of these. Let's see if I can remember the recipe. We also need an assembler. Okay, how do we do this? For reinforced iron plates, we need iron plates and screws. So one of these is going to be rods, and one of these is going to be plates. Okie dokie. Constructor. 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 Oh, go away. Go away. Be gone. Rods. Screws. Plates. And assembler. That should work. I don't think it'll be enough screws. What's the screw ratio? 40 to 10? No, it'll be fine. This will be absolutely adequate. Let's put that there. And this will make us those plates that we so desperately need. But we still have one more item to make. I'm going to make the iron rods. We're going to get it's a bit messy. Looks like that's everything powered. Let's go over and do the other one. And what do we need to make rotors? The rotors, it's rods and screws. So it's all rods, but lots of screws. We need 3 constructors for those. Let's go over to where we put that that power pole. I might turn on my music just to even though it won't be in the VOD, but it will just sort of increase the energy of the stream. I think make it a bit more exciting for me. Okay. See much, it's dark. We'll build right here. So, just like last time. And these will be making iron ingots. Now, both of these will go into... In fact, we'll have to split one of them, I think. And then we'll place down 3 constructors. Oh, there's an animal in the way again. Like so. I think that's it. And these will all make rods. And these ones will make screws. Surface is uneven, come on now. It's gotta be, there we go. These ones will make screws. We haven't even got the advanced things yet. Yes, we haven't even got the advanced belts, so we're kind of limited to this number, to 60 anyway. Okay. And this will make rotors. Let's hook it all up. There was a power pole somewhere around here. I see it in the back there. Okay. Why is that not working? Oh, I've daisy chained accidentally. That's everything powered up. That makes us rotors. Let's put a box in it. We'll bring the box all the way over here so we can access it easier. We won't build this messy after this. Actually, we do have one more thing we need to build. But first we need more... Oh no, we don't. There was some limestone near here, and I want to put that into more concrete. I want to have lots of concrete. Where was it? And we can search for it. Right here, apparently. There we are. I want to make more concrete out of this. I forget how many concrete one constructor does. I think it's 15, or maybe I'm thinking of Caterium. Let's put down a miner. And see what it makes. It makes 45. Okay, so we're only really going to get 1 out of that. but that's fine. One's better than anything. Let's bring our thing round. We'll power it on first. Just to get as much as we can. And we'll bring this around. And we'll connect it with the other box. I think there might be room here. No, apparently not. Okay. How do we... Actually, I'll tell you what, we'll put a separate box just for it. Just for it. Okay. That should be everything we need. We have not yet built... what do you call them? Sheets. We haven't built sheets yet, but I think we can do that right here. I think we can do that right here. We don't need too many of these. We can make sheets here, and that'll be all the basic ingredients. We'll bring that here. There we go. Let's go fill up our biomass generators. There should be plenty in there now. Make sure we keep them filled up. They almost ran out. Okay. Now we're in a good position. Now we can start thinking about coal power. We can do all those, we can do all those, and we still can't do all those. How are we doing for cables? Is it this one? This one. 200 cables, that's really not a lot. That only gives us about 300, and we need a lot more than that. Can we manually make them? Also, hang on a minute, I'm going to put in more of those. There we go. We can make loads of cables. We can manually make cables. That should tie us over, just enough to get coal power, but it will mean we've got no cables left to build power poles for a little bit. Although we've got lots of wires over in those boxes down the hill, for which we can build with. Let's see, 200, we need another 50. Okay. Oh, I wasn't thinking. There's coal power. Now, what do we have to do to build it? To build a coal power, we need some cables, but we can build that. We can build that, and we need a water extractor. We can build that also. We've already got some of these here, no problems there. What about pipes? What do we need to build pipes? Just those. Okay, anything else? No, it's just cables we're going to be short on. How many do we have now? 26? That's not very many. I think I'm going to search for coal. See where our closest coal is. Over there, perhaps? Is that near any water, though? Because we need water for it as well. Oh, it's right here, right on our base. Okay. So where is there any water? Is there any water in the pit here? I think this is a dry pit. I don't see any water down there. Nope. That leads off into the forest. There's no water down there. I can see a pool down there. So I think for now we'll just dig this up, and we'll put down our thing, and we'll bring the water in. We'll probably only need one of these. I think one of these produces 75, and we're using how much power? We're using about 30, so one of these will replace all of our stuff. I'm gonna pick up a few more plates. I'm gonna have to pick a few more plates. Ah, they're right here. And let's go get the water. All the way. It's quite a way away, actually. Oh, it's further than I thought. That was not water I saw. That was thingamajig. Is there any closer water? Just a little pool, just enough for one thing. This is a bottomless pit, right? Yes, this is all a bottomless pit. There's no water to be found there. No water there. Getting water is going to be the hard part. Pick one of them. Okay, I think I'm going to have to build my coal generator somewhere else. I thought there was water closer. There's no water. There's a pool, a little pool somewhere around here, just enough for one water generator. Just can't remember where it is. Also, following this schedule of mine, this is my first 7 PM stream. Here we go, I found the water. That's a long way away. Why is there a dismantle crate over there? That's concerning. Okay. Let's put it down. We're not even going to be able to power this thing. Where's the next coal? It's closer. It's over here. This is in a better location, so I think we will move our coal generator. We'll have it further away and we'll just bring the power line across. Figure out what this dismantle crate's all about. Over here? What an odd place. Huh? What? Why is this here? I'm gonna leave that there. I'm gonna have room to pick that. I don't know why that's there. That's very odd. That's very odd indeed. Let's get back and move the coal generator. We'll pick up some more cables if we can. Make some more room here. We don't need this many rods. We're carrying a few too many. Stick them in here. And some stators as well. How unusual. Oops. Yeah, we'll delete that. How many cables can we pick up now? 78? Ooh, will that be enough? Will that be enough? Let's start dragging the cables over. I think it's in this direction. I think this is the direction of it. I was watching another streamer play Greg Tech New Horizons earlier. Now that is, you know, if you want to speak of games where it's difficult to talk while playing the game, that is surely the king of them. Where is this pool? Have I gone the wrong way again? Is it over this impasse? Let's go down it and find out. We're wasting all of our cables. Okay, where is this coal then? Coal. Ah, it's right here, which means the water must be right near here. I think? Yes, here we are. Okay, we've made it with cables to spare. Let's bring the water down. We're going to be going downwards, which is nice. It'll save us some... we won't need to use any pumps. Power. Coal generator. Production. Minor. Oh, I'm going to delete that. Thought I already took this out. Must have been a different one. Oh, that was the first one we tried, but it was too far away from the water to bother with. I'm not seeing any water in this yet, that's worrying. Maybe it's just a bit slow. In that goes. In that goes. And connect to that, and this will eventually work. Let's go, why is this red? Why is this red? No power? Oh, I didn't connect it. Okay. Let's go up here and figure out what's going on with this here. Why isn't this doing anything? Oh, we got some water in there, so maybe it's just a bit slow. We've got water going through here. Follow the pipe. Water going through here. Through here. Presumably it falls all the way down here. And it goes into here. And this will eventually work, I assume. It hasn't got any coal yet. Coal's just now going in. And it's going. And now we have a huge spike of power. I could probably build more. In fact, I've got the capacity here to build a lot of these, but I will only just leave this one here for now. We'll build more, but we'll build them neater. But that is loads of power. We have escaped biomass. Only took us an hour. Could have done it in 10 minutes. Let's go unlock some more stuff in our milestones now. Because there's a lot of stuff we haven't got yet. And now we're in a position to do it all properly. It's that first initial stage that really is really tedious. Because it means you're manually refilling your power, and you have to sort of work fast and all that. But once that coal power will just work, and I don't have to pay attention to that, and I don't have to care about these biomass. I'll leave them here anyway, but they won't consume anything just on their own. Let's go unlock some more milestones, because we missed some even from tier 1 here. See, this one here is very cheap. We can afford this. We can do that, and now we have to wait 3 minutes for the thing to return before we can do the next one. We won't get jump pads, but we will get Logistics Mark II. We've got enough for that. Almost enough for that. Let's go pick up more concrete from our box. We'll have to sort this out eventually, because eventually these will clog up. And we've got enough rods, and we've got almost enough plates. Pick up some more plates. And that'll be Logistics Mark II. Those are really expensive for us at the moment, because they take reinforced iron plates, which are... Where are they? They're down here. How many of them do we have now? We've only got 60 of these. These are really slow to make. So this won't make a very long belt, and we'll need a bunch of those. So that'll be perhaps the first thing we upgrade. Is our is that. Because we also need them to make constructors. They used a lot, those reinforced iron plates. At some point I will rebuild the space elevator, but not immediately. Not immediately. I want to unlock the. Oh, we just unlocked the map. Wonderful, and you can see where we've been. We've sort of done a bit of a loop around the whole map here. It's not a very big map. Well, you've seen the size of it. It's big enough. It's big enough. You know, it's and we have to decide where we want to build. I know I want to build here in the green area because it's nice, but I don't quite want to build in this corner here. It's kind of ugly. I want to build further up here. I think this is one of these pools we found. I think this is the pool we're using for our fuel generators. I think we'll build somewhere around there. I think that's what we'll do. You can see the thing returns in about a minute. We can't see it yet. We won't see it for another 30 seconds, but it does have a neat little animation when it returns. And we'll see that in a moment. You can jump on top of it as it flies off also. And it will take you out of the map, in which case you will die. And your death crate will be unobtainable, and it will be appear on the heads-up display on the compass forever. Here it comes. Very neat. These are the crash pods, by the way. The drop pods I was searching for earlier. These are what they are. And our one has not crashed. So there's a bit of a story there as to why there are so many of them. What's going on there? But I don't really care about the lore of this game. There we go. That's the Logistics Mark II. That gives us the faster belts. These ones here are a bit faster than the other ones. Well, they're twice as fast. What's next to unlock? We will need steel production, but not immediately. And we need steel for all of these things. I suppose we'll just unlock some easy stuff. I think this is easy. Oh, what do we need? We've got all the stuff for it. In the meantime, I suppose, what should we do? Yes, I think we've got all we need to start building a better factory. I suppose we should walk over there now, then, and decide what it should look like. And hopefully we find a route that is not too difficult, because we're going to have to make back and forth trips for a little bit while we build in a better area. This is easy to navigate, but I think we've got to go across that sort of cliff. Yes, here it is. I think we've got to go across here. I think. What does the map say? Well, the map does put us here, but I think we want to be. No, actually, because I think I built here in my last playthrough, so maybe it'd be boring. Let's manually walk over there for now. Actually, let's put down some foundations, so it's easy to get back up here. We'll go up that slope. Decide where we want to build. Yes, I think I built here in a previous playthrough. So it would be personally boring for me to build in the exact same area. Where else? Where else? I don't want to build near the edge of the map, because it's sort of a very boring abyss. It's just the edge of the map. Perhaps a bit further up? over here in this valley area where I'm approaching now, this is where I built my first factory. I remember it distinctly. What I remember, if I can recreate it. Well, there's radiation here. That's fine. Well, there's not radiation in the normal one. That's usually just an iron node, so we definitely won't be building there. That's for sure. But I remember in my first playthrough, I spawned on top of the cliff and it immediately fell down, and then I encountered these things here, and in the default mode these are hostile, and I didn't know how dangerous they were, so I ran into the corner of the cliff and I hid in the corner of the cliff for a long time. And I remember searching for copper, and I remember there was some copper in this distant area over here, and I remembered this landmark, and looks like it's iron here on this random ore nodes. And I remember this being really far away, and I suppose it is sort of far away, but I remember it was a lot further in my first playthrough, from here to over there. It felt like a long journey, and I remember I spent a long time building a conveyor belt to bring it all to my base. Because there's uranium over there, I definitely am not going to build in the valley, because we're not going to be able to have protection from radiation for a very long time, so I want to stay as far away from that as possible. Whoops, I've fallen down. I've never built over there. There's another bottomless pit over there, so I don't want to build over there. Although a lot of people do like to build over there purely because of the bottomless pit. You see, you can put the space elevator in the bottomless pit, and lo and behold, it's not actually bottomless. And but it does go down very far, and so the space elevator is almost not visible. You can get almost to the top of it, which is funny. I will be able to get rid of these rocks here soon, but not immediately. Well, there's another pool here. I must have missed this one entirely. I think this is one that is a bit closer to where I was. Yes, I think it is. Oh well. Where to build, and how much verticality do I want? If you build in a flat area, you'll build a flat place. Where if I were to build here, this would be a very steep base. In fact, maybe I should build here. Maybe I should build here. And deliberately take myself through into the forest. And I think most of this can be destroyed. And perhaps that's the play. I think there's a cliff here somewhere. Maybe. Yes, there's a bit of a cliff here. And what's down this area? Is this the edge of the map? It is the edge of the map. I don't like edges of the map. They're boring. There's a little bridge there. It's kind of neat. Decisions. While I'm deciding this, I am stockpiling items, so it's not a waste of time. I'm kind of thinking about this crater. This crater's kind of neat. It's a neat crater. The lighting, though, because we're close to the forest, the lighting's not as bright. You go over here, you get more sunny days. Maybe we'll just build here. Maybe here is where we'll build. Just right here. We can expand in all kinds of directions. And it's on a slope. It's on a slope. What kind of slope is it though? Let's build a ramp that's 1 meter and see how it looks if I go in that direction. It's like that, huh? Understands perfectly. So it's a bit of an incline. I think we can work with that. I'm going to have to build a... Also, it's close to our base, so it'd be easy to do the whole going back and forth thing. I think that's what we'll do. Let's go get the resource sink program, and I think I just used up too many plates and thingamajigs to afford this. Yes, I did. But that's okay, we've got more concrete. That gives us the resource sink. Lets us sink items, although I don't think we have anything of any particular value. We've got some heavy modular frames. Can I even afford to build the thing? Let's have a look. Awesome sink. There it is. We'll need a box to put stuff in it. Let's power it up. I think this is a lot of megawatts. No, it doesn't. I was wrong. Let's put some stuff in it that we don't really want. We don't want those. We don't need these for a long time. So we can just throw them away. We'll keep that. And let's put all those things in here. And that'll get us some easy early game points. In they go. We'll leave that to go until it runs out. In fact, we can speed this up a little bit by using the better belts. You see, it's a bit faster. It's a little bit faster than the other one. Twice as fast, in fact. We'll let that go. That'll give us some points and we'll unlock some early game cosmetics like ladders and stuff like that. Now we're running low on concrete. What's the next milestone we have to unlock? Jump pads are completely useless. These vehicles are completely useless. It'll have to be this. For this, we're going to have to start making modular frames. We don't have any of those, but I think they are also just... We're out of rotors, oh dear. I think they are also just a load of iron, but let's check. Modular frames, yes, it's a load of iron. So that'll be a thing to build. They're very slow, in fact, so maybe we should build them early on. Iron node. We're going to find an iron node that we can make use of. Also, because we're building down there, we'll have to figure out where we're going to get our materials from. Whoops. Oof. This is further away than I thought. Is it not in the crater? Oh, no, it's right here. Okie dokie. Oh, we don't have any things. I can build one. We don't have any portable miners. I think we need one or two of these, I forget. No, it's two for the upgraded one, but we don't need that yet, I don't think. Or maybe we do. Oh, I haven't unlocked it yet. I'm being dumb. Okay. Now, what is he planning? We're gonna build this modular frame. So we need 12 iron rods and some reinforced iron plates. So we're gonna have to build the whole reinforced iron plates bit again, but also some extra rods. So we'll split this off, and I can put this on. Crap. What was on there? 4, 5. There we go. Set up the hotbar a little bit. Okie dokie. And we'll have I think we'll need 3 smelters perhaps. And these will be iron. That'll go in there, that'll go in there, that'll go in there. And let's see, these ones here will go into rods. So we'll put our constructor... Oh, we're out of cables, we're out of cables. Cables are out of. Let's get out of this hill. Let's get more cables. I think there was something else that was running out of as well. Not sure. We're running out of reinforced iron plates. I'll pick up a couple of those on my way as well. over here. Got about 100 now. Whoosh. Whoosh. Okay. Constructor. That goes in there. And... ooh, I forget how that one goes. I'll have to remember. Well, there's our iron rods all sorted out. How many did we need? Only enough for that. And now for reinforced iron plates. How do we make this? Iron plates and screws. So, we need... let's get a splitter again. Well, actually, no. First, we'll just make this into... we'll make this one just into plates. That sorts out the plates, I think. How many plates did we need? Enough. And now the rest will be screws. We'll do that like so. So these will go into rods, which then directly go into screws. Which then will combine with everything to make our modular frames. I have to merge these together. Do this, and then, hold on, what's this? Plates? Rods? Hang on, I'm being dumb. This is making rods. This is making screws. Screws, and then this is going to be making screws and plates. Oh, I remember now. Yes. Flipping it all. Screws and plates. And these will go out into yet another one. To make that. And that. And these will be making our modular frames. Which we'll put in a box. A box here. Okay. Let's power it all up. And delete that. Need another power line here. I think that's everything. Let's go connect the whole power line. How much will this use up? This will use up quite a lot. But we do need this item. There we go. Is everything plugged in? It looks like it. I see green lights. Well, I think they're yellow lights, but I'm colorblind. And let's go get a higher view. Let's go look at this from above. It'll look a lot neater from above, I'm sure. No, it looks worse from above. It looks ugly from above. Doesn't look too bad. Okie dokie. I'll make sure it is all working properly, of course. See if we are indeed getting any reinforced iron plates working here. It would be embarrassing if I did it wrong. They're all going. And then they make the screws. And the screws go in here, which then make the, ignore my clipping, I won't do this anymore, I promise. And these I assume will go in here to make reinforced iron plates, eventually. Yeah, here they are, reinforced iron plates. Just one. We'll make a few more, I'm sure. And then this will eventually go in here. Once it's got enough, it'll make a modular frame for us. Oh, there's another one. And there's another one. I remember my first playthrough, seeing these was the coolest thing ever. They were so difficult to make. It took me hours to figure out how to make these. They were so rare, so hard to come by. But now here we're making... How long does this take? A minute. Now this here will make... I don't think the animation actually corresponds to anything. I think it's just sort of random. Nothing comes out, of course. It's just an animation. But this will make modular frames, our cubes, 40% done. And we need 50 of these. I think it might make two. It makes two at a time, though. I think so. So we'll just sort of let this go, and you don't need too many of these, not in the early game anyway. So it doesn't matter if these are a bit slow. But it's good to get the production started as early as you can. In fact, we did pass by an opportunity to pick up probably 50 of these. Oh well, I should have picked them up. I was worried I would run out of inventory space. But here it is, the cubes. The cubes. Our precious cubes. See, this is the fun. This is the fun of the factory games. You see the thing, you make the thing. You make the thing. You know, let's go see the process. Let's go see the process of how it builds it all. You know, you start out mining your rocks out of the ground. You split them up into their different paths, and they go in their smelters, and they come out as beautiful, beautiful iron bars, iron ingots. And they too get crushed down into beautiful iron plates. Beautiful iron plates, which then go in, and they go in with another thing, which is what's this one doing? This one is taking iron ingots, and this one's crushing those down into rods. And then it takes the rods, and makes them into screws. And we put the screws and the plates together, we mash them together into these things. And then these things mash together with more rods to make the cubes, which we won't be able to see because it'll take a minute to show up. It's very fun, the whole game, and then it'll just... And that's a very basic item, all things considered in the game, and oops, I fell off the cliff. You get to make all kinds of neat items. Oh, there's a lot of cubes you can make. There's a lot of cubes. One thing we just did is we have this other thing here, which we sink items in. You saw this earlier. It grinds them up. Let's put in... We'll put in some plates. This item here grinds them up when the animation starts. It's a slow animation. Grinds them up. I think it's maybe visible from the other side. Nope. Well, it grinds them up. It grinds them up. You get coupons. Coupons out of them. What do we do with the coupons? We go to, we can buy the shop. Oh, well, I just sunk all my plates, so I can't afford the shop. Well, I've got more plates being made here. We can make this shop with our coupons. And there, it's not real money. It's not real money. It's in-game money, purely in-game. There's no microtransaction here. But there are some things we want to buy that are very useful. Some things we want to buy. Not what they were though. I haven't done this in a while. In fact, I think there's some stuff I haven't unlocked yet. But these are. We'll get some ladders. We want to buy ladders. I don't know. It's not microtransactions. It's in game. It's purely in game. You have to get the money by making your items. But some of these things are nice to have. But I don't know what I want at the moment. I got 32 coupons just from sinking a few items, but it's I don't know. It's not logarithmic. I don't think, but it's there's a maths ratio or something, the maths formula to it, and it becomes very hard to get more points as you go along. So it's sort of that's a bit of a game element. You know, for 1,000 coupons you can buy a cool statue, but to get 1,000 coupons is a very hard task. So I'll just stick them in here for the time being. Okay. What should we do then? I think we'll go lay down some foundations in the area, and we'll see if we can make a start. We'll see if we can make a start with the new base. We get as much concrete as we can. And we will... Oh, what if we build the space elevator, actually? What do we need to build that space elevator? We need lots more wire and iron rod. I think we've got lots of wire. So we've got lots of that. Let's go pick up some iron rod. And we'll rebuild the space elevator. That's how we'll finish it. And it was somewhere around here we was going to be building, I think. Yeah, somewhere where we built this big slope. Here it is. All things considered, this is a very small area, so I suppose we'll have to build it on the top of the hill. How do we get to the top of the hill, though, with this kind of slope? Let's see, what about... right here, perhaps. Let's put down some foundations. The space elevator is a big thing. Takes up a lot of room. Do I have any biomass on me to destroy these trees? Do I have my chainsaw? I do. Let's destroy some of these trees. Get them out of the way. We can leave that one. How do we get back up here? Is this big enough? Oh, we've got some more trees to destroy. I think maybe one more will do it. Let's put it down. It's a big thing. Oh, it's falling off the edge. I think we need more space. I think we need more space. I guess we will be destroying this one after all. Oh, I've fallen off the cliff. We may get away with not deleting that one though. Okay, this will surely be enough space now. Oh, we need more concrete. It costs concrete to make those foundations, so we used up some concrete. College issues, be right back. Okay. That's enough concrete. Which way should it face? Is there even a front to this? I think we should face it. Is it that way? That way, that's the front. Oh, I fell off again. A creature is in the way. Oh no. What creature? Oh, it's gone. That is a bird. I think this may be it. What does it look like on this side? Or maybe we can go a bit further that way. Right there. I think that may be good enough. Build that. And we don't have much concrete left. That's space elevator. I've seen the animation enough times, and so it's kind of cool. It's a cool animation. Oh, we'll watch it. I didn't watch it the first time, so in fact we did a funny thing where the first time I built the space elevator, I immediately launched the space elevator, so the animation got weird. Neato. Now that we've got the space elevator, that's our sensor to the world. I think we should put the hub right with it as we get more concrete. I think we should move the hub right with it. I never usually do that. Usually I build the hub first, build a bunch of factories, and then I build the space elevator. And so they naturally find themselves far away from each other. But because I've built the space elevator first, I can put the hub right next to it. I think that'll be neat. But we need more concrete. We really don't have much concrete. Ah, wait. No, that we did have. That is with the secondary concrete maker. So that's tough. That's tough. And more of the other stuff. Here. There we go. The space elevator really gives a center to your world. Now, should it be on the same level or slightly above? I think it should be on the same level. That's what I'm feeling. Ah, good. This is centered. I think we'll put the hub like right here. We don't want this area to be too big, we want it to be actually as small as possible. But just big enough that it serves its purpose. That's big enough for the hub, I think. Alright, well, we'll just extend this out. We're out of concrete. It looks like concrete is our bottleneck. We're going to have to go mine even more concrete. But let's move the hub for now. That'll work, because that also changes our... That really changes where you feel your sensor is. Pick it up. And we'll move the other bits as well, but we can't really afford to move them at the moment because we can't put the foundations down. Because we haven't got any concrete. The hub. I never know what the front and back of the hub is. I suppose it's this. That's probably the front and back. You spawn sort of here and you come out. So how do we want that? Like that, perhaps? Maybe that's a bit too close. Like that. I didn't think of what way the sun points. Maybe I should move the whole thing so it gets good sunlight. I think that might be good enough. Let's go with that. And we have the hub. I think you come out this way. Or don't you spawn here? I guess not. No, this is where you respawn. That's neat. I like this. You very rarely get to actually see the thing. Okay. What about, can we build the other items? The man, perhaps? We can. Should we build that here or here? I think we should build it. Perhaps here? Or does this, or is this boxing us in too much? It's kind of in the dark. Maybe here. Yeah, maybe that. And can we build the equipment workshop? We can. I don't want to build that here though. Or maybe I do. No, that really I like this open area. So I think we'll build that over here. Diagonal perhaps? That's nice. One more thing is the awesome shop. I'll go steal the old one. Oh, actually, let's go have a look at that dismantle crate. That might have some concrete in it. Let's have a look. I hope it does. I think it actually just has a bunch of cables in it, wires rather. It's just a bunch of wire. Figure out how to get back. Now that we've moved the hub, I can't tell exactly where my where my old base was. Also, now that I've got the whole stuff facing that way, I kind of just want to build facing that way. And not where I put the foundations before. Oh, I was coming for this. I suppose I better also take the sink. We'll build a more. Oh, let's get more concrete while we're here. Well, there's concrete in here. 850 concrete. That solves that concrete problem in the short term, at least. That's very nice. Now you don't really need to see the sink. You just need to get items in it and get items out of it, but it doesn't need to be too visible. Let's see. If I put this here, I don't see my factory. Let's get the awesome shop somewhere around here. That feels a bit claustrophobic. What about there? What if I also tilt that like that, so it feels like a passageway through? A bit further out, maybe. Yeah, I like that. And then we can do the same thing with the awesome sink. But this thing, it needs to have an inventory thing for it. We still need to be able to access it. Extend this a bit. Awesome sink. Yeah, that's neat. Do I want the box right next to it? I think so. To extend our foundations again. And what we'll do with this is actually we'll have it like that. Iron rod shortage? How surprising. For the short term, in the sort of the early game part of it, we will want a few just sort of miscellaneous boxes, but they will be short term, but I do want a place for them. To sort of hold all the various items that we pick up off the ground. Okay. I think it's very important that you have a sort of hub area that feels nice. It really changes how you feel about the game. If you don't have a nice hub area, you feel like homeless in the world. I think like it does give you a nice feeling spawn location, like you're ready to build the factory. Alright, I need to... Well, I'll do this first. What I like to do is I like to first go to production logistics, put these on number 6, and then build a lift. I'll build it with Mark 1s at the moment, just to save on thingamajig. And then I like to have this go out like that. Now, does that ruin the vibe? It does a little bit, but no, it ruins the vibe too much. Can I build this out here? That. That's much better. And you can see the items going in. Well, I'd like to do this. And that sort of gets it off the ground here. a bit nicer, I think. There was one more thing we needed to add. I forgot what it was. Oh yes, those boxes. I suppose for now they can actually just go here. And only a few of them should be necessary. And when they're not necessary, we can just forget they exist. Put it right here, perhaps? Yes, that's right. I will build three of them, and hopefully we don't need 3. But that is a nice home we've built. All the various amenities. We don't have lights yet. We'll add some lights when we get lights. And I don't think we need anything else. Looks like that's it. Oh, we do need a thing for building power shards. Where do we want to do that? We can do them around about here, I think. We'll just sort of have the space for them. They only take up a short amount of space. We'll do them right here. And we can't build that yet, so that's a bit way off, but that will be the whole spawn area. Okay. Let's move some stuff over. Let's go empty our boxes and put them in the other boxes. And that way the only thing that's over here are construction related things. And that will mark the end of the stream. Not a very productive stream, all considered. Sort of the first stream we go through the whole of Phase 1. Second stream we just sort of clean up from the mess of Phase 1. We'll take those. We'll take these. Can we carry all of it? Oh, we can. Wonderful. We don't need that anymore. I think that's all of it. It's just construction stuff here now. Even that can go. And then the next thing we do in the next Satisfactory stream, which now what I'm thinking of off the top of my head, what I'm thinking of doing is alternating between Satisfactory and Factorio. And I'll play 1 week I'll play Satisfactory once per week, and then the next week I'll play Factorio once per week, or well, no, so it'd be like once every other week. So it's going to be a real slow playthrough, but that's fine. That's fine. Let's just sort of bungle everything in here and see how we go. And we'll pick up our items the next playthrough. But that's it. That's it. That's a nice, neat little home. And I suppose we'll just start building the factory out into this expanse here. There's some nice terrain here. It's flat enough that it'll be easy, but there's also some cliffs here, and we can go up and down the cliffs. The train line comes through here, so I suppose we'll probably, if we get there, we'll see how that goes, see how that interacts with sort of random ore nodes. You know, whether you really need how to approach trains, because normally you just have a few trains that go to sort of mass deposit zones. But without the mass deposit zones, trains are going to be a little lower in the sort of what they do. I'm almost tempted to sort of cut this off here and have like a railing. I'm thinking of doing that. We'll have like a railing here. And then you'll go down here. This will be like the pathway down. And this will go down to the factory. I think that's what I'll do. I have to buy the railings first, though, of course. I'll buy them now. Oh, I haven't got any of the points. They're somewhere. Here they are. And then we get the no, iron rods. Then we get a railing. It's kind of kind of neat. I'll think about the tree, whether I want the tree or not. That makes it feel just a little bit more OSHA compliant. Did I want to go down here, or was it the other way? There's going to be some way of getting around there. I'll think about that. I guess I'll go through there. Oh, there's a doorway. I can go through the doorway. Make use of that doorway for once. I could, like, block this off. Can I block that off? No. Okay. I think that'll do it for us. Oh, very bold colours here. Kind of ugly. Okay. We'll call that quits there. That was Satisfactory. Very low energy stream, I will say. It's 7 PM for me, so it's sort of like late in the day. I'm going to have to see how that goes. Now, I'm still continuously in the process of fixing my sleep schedule. It's kind of a never-ending problem. But maybe if I can hold it long enough, I'll be less tired overall, and I'll actually be alright here. In fact, you know, I remember I used to do a collab series of Satisfactory a long time ago. That was, I think it was at 7 PM, and I was fine. Actually, no, I wasn't fine for the most part. I was tired for those as well. Look, well, we'll see how we go. I'm taking it seriously this time, so I want to make a thing of this, and this is the hour to be. I'm gonna delete that railing. Okie dokie. Save my game. And I will have a look to see if anyone else is playing Satisfactory, who's also a VTuber who's to my liking, but it's a not a very popular game, so I don't have high hopes. Or most of them are Germans. Hey look, there's me. No, I don't see anyone. Not anyone to my liking, anyway. No, that's fine. That's fine. What about this guy here? He's got Satisfactory in his thing, which tells me maybe he likes the game. What kind of person is he? Aircraft nerd. Flight simulator. That's pretty neat. Is this Satisfactory Plus? No, I think he's just got a color scheme. He's on. I'm gonna raid him. I'm gonna send you over. Raid. Thanks for watching.